Hello, welcome back. Happy Valentine's Day. We're here playing some very romantic, theme appropriate Vampyr. I mean, in recent pop culture, vampires have been made out to be very like romanticized and stuff, so sure. We can call this Valentine's Day appropriate, right? If not, then, well, we just call it this is the game I play on Mondays. And it's a Monday. So we're playing it. Okay, so what are we up to? Talk to the hospital benefactor. Let me know if the music's too loud. It's a very intense, what do you call it? I'm just gonna tab out for a second because that's flashing at me and I don't like it. Yeah, it's a very intense musical score we've got going on here. So what are we working on? Let's have a look at our quests real quick so I can remember what we're doing. So we identified and confronted the vampire who created us, kind of. I think we still don't know who created us, but we found a vampire, we analyzed their blood. And then that's right, we had to help them. We had to make a homemade remedy. Some homemade drugs, because we ran out of the actual drugs. So we went into the morgue and stole a bunch of chemicals and stuff. And turned it into some medicine for someone. So that was our night shift quest. Identify the blackmailer to help Lady Ashbury. That does sound familiar.
It's locked.
Lady Ashbury was the very fancy lady that we would find in the courtyard that we could not mistake because she was the fanciest of all people ever in the world, or something like that. Supposedly very fancy lady. Very elegant or something. Don't remember the exact wording. Ah.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
She looks like she's looking at me.
The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Okay. Sure.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate? He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions.
Perhaps.
But our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by
She seems
women
like a nice
you.
person.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
No pressure.
Dr. Swansea
It's a
has
bit
commissioned me
demanding,
to be
don't you
your
think?
agent in this matter. You
What
could
if I'm
start
hungry?
by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his
That's
most
what happens
recent
with blackmail.
demands.
Can't trust him.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Cool.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money.
Maybe.
My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
What if the vampire just needs money? You know? I'm gonna turn the audio down a little bit further. But let me know if it's incorrect. The music is just so bold. I don't know what to say about it, but
If we're
very
dealing with an
strong
ordinary
music.
criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
very suspicious.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Yes. You didn't answer the question?
You are aware that I too know the thirst for the scarlet nectar.
The
In all
scarlet
honesty, I'm
nectar.
not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Aw, thanks. I'm a little bit disappointed that this other doctor didn't offer me the option to have these blood transfusions. Like, I realize that it's my procedure, my scientific discovery, this transfusion that he uses. But, like, he could have told me that it works. I'm just gonna turn the music down a bit, I think. Is gonna be the secret here. Let's give that a go. Right, Harriet. Local
Giant
gossip
morgue
Harriet.
disguised as a hospital. That's Pembroke nowadays.
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect.
Well, hello there.
What?
Grumpy
What
lady.
is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
There's definitely reason for a lot.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
I ain't no intern, lady.
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight.
I don't think I was
I'm
threatening
Harriet
you.
Jones.
Harriet Jones. Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something.
She's
This
on to
isn't
me.
a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
Need a language warning for this game. Here it is. Here's your language warning. Language warning.
If I
Done.
didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They
Oh
can't
my.
keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable
Jesus.
proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me
Righto.
something to go on. See you on the next round.
Find Nurse Pippa Hawkins.
The patients
Dorothy
and staff might know
Crane.
something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Gwyneth Brannigan. Okay. Got a few nurses to find. You. Are you a nurse?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
Hello,
And I'm
Pippa.
Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Now tell me, Pippa. Have you been using hospital hours to sneak around with some man?
How would you describe the situation?
I'm just
at
gonna ask
Pembroke
about
Hospital?
London
It's
first.
serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and
Ask the
patients.
easy questions
We are
before we
running
upset
out
her,
of
you know?
everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Okay.
How long have you been a nurse?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease,
one doctor
one
alone
must remain
cannot
humble. But that
save
doesn't
us
mean
all.
we shouldn't try our best.
Unfortunately.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Okay.
How is the Pembroke staff
No
coping with the
worries.
epidemic?
Well, not well.
I feel that.
Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton
What is
grumpy
upsetting
on
poor
a daily
Milton?
basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
a new hint available for Milton.
Why does Milton
See, this is why we
dislike
ask
doctors?
all the
I
questions.
don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Okay. I'm gonna go back
How
and
would you
ask this
It's
other
su-
question as well.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Okay. Personal questions? No. We cannot ask
What
her
can you
anything
tell me
personal
about
at
the
this
strange
point.
man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
You got very aggressive about that very quickly.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Suspicious. She's defending this nurse pretty hard.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
Alrighty then, I
Goodbye,
guess that's
Miss
it for now. Who else have we got? There's one out here. Have seen her around. Where was she? Is this guy? Hello?
Good evening, sir.
No, this is
I'm
the
Dr. Jonathan Reed.
ambulance
I'm
driver
new
who's
here.
grumpy.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed.
Milton.
I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr.
Thanks,
Hooks.
Milton.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking
Righto,
about.
mate.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen
You never know.
eye. I learned to shoot during the war and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Well, thank you, sir. Sure. Let's ask this man some
How is the
questions.
situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse
Sounds
every day.
about right.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know, and by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Most of the time. What does that mean?
Since you're on the front line, how is the
What are you
sanitary
up to,
situation in this
Milton?
vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my
Oh,
wallet when I was
no.
running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
A new investigation. Excellent. Mediocre reputation.
Why do you have
Sure.
such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them.
Great
Nobody
way to
knows the
start a
horrors I've seen
relationship?
since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Look. There.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
There are a lot of secrets round here. I'm not surprised someone tried to make money from them.
What kind of secrets?
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reed. If you want to know more, you better talk to Harriet Jones. She's the oldest patient here.
Okay, can't do any of those. Let's
I'd like
see
to
what the
see your
trade
goods.
is.
Wise choice, Dr.
I'm probably
Reed.
not
A
gonna do it.
reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
But I'm gonna just look and see, because we haven't traded with anyone yet. We haven't done any shopping of any sort. So we have shotgun, some bullets, parts, and a bunch of just little things. Okay. And then I can sell my own stuff. Cool. Good to know. I'm still looking for Gwyneth. Gwyneth the Brannigan. Are you here? Sounds like I'm talking to a ghost. Are you with us? Are you present? Pretty sure she's supposed to be somewhere around here. Yeah, see, I just walked into range of it. Where would she be? I've seen her walking up and down through here before. Just can't find her right now for whatever reason. Is that her, like, talking? I keep seeing the subtitles pop up. There she is. Was she standing there the whole time?
Good evening, Nurse Brennan.
Awkward.
Good evening, Doctor.
I have a really great eyesight, you know? Can I ask you anything new?
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just
But
like
are they
the patients.
criminal? Criminal backgrounds. Man, people just aren't listening to my questions today, are they?
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Okay.
Goodbye, nurse.
That was a very
Call
short
me if you
conversation.
need assistance.
And then we need Dorothy Crane, who I believe is down on the river here. River? Canal? Eavesdrop. Press V to activate your senses. If a citizen is behaving suspiciously, their heart will emit a distinctive glow. By looking at the citizen, you'll unlock a special interaction. Look for Dorothy Crane. Whoa, look at her glowing.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
That shouldn't
Well
be
then.
posting.
When you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
He seemed very grateful. Thank you, I guess. I'm just gonna tab out for a second and have a look at something, because the post from the bot should not have posted, and I'm not sure why it did. We'll let it go again. Maybe it was because of the stream elements one that it went off. There should have to be at least like one line of chat since the last time it happened. That was my understanding of how I set it up anyway. Well, if it does it again, we'll just probably turn it off, because I don't want to just spam chat over and over again with self-promotion posts. Nobody wants that. But that's okay. We're testing some things out. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Retrieve the thug in the sewers. Uh-oh. Can't breathe. sound like he's doing too well. I'll be honest. Sounds like he's having a real hard time. But also I want all this loot.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Okay, so we've got some, what I assume is some more vampires. Oops. Ow. I've forgotten all the controls. Is this dodge? This is dodge. Okay. Ooh, hello. Okay. Man, these guys cannot be like I am trying to... What was the word? Can't remember what I'm trying to do. Whoops, I've died. I'm trying to stun them. That's what I'm trying to do. If you stun them, you can drink their blood. I was trying to stun them, but they just block it, I think? By the looks of things. These ones. You have to remember how to walk. There's a way to walk instead of running. Z, X, Control, Alt. Does not seem to be any of those buttons. V is our sensors. B. B is to walk instead of run. Okay. Alright, all these things still looted. That's good. So, we can sneak up on this guy up here at the very least. Whoops. Started running. B was supposed to walk. My goodness. Stun. Oh, okay, that just stuns them. It doesn't even attack. But hey. We got a stun in. So that's fun. Ooh. This is not where I had intended to go. For precisely this reason. That I did not want to come here. Well, it seems like that other guy's stuck up on that ledge, so... That's at least moderately helpful. How do I get up there, though? That's the question. Oops. Okay, well he's down now. Okay. And now I'm walking. Oh, is B supposed to toggle walk? Right. Okay, so B toggles walking. So that's why I started walking earlier when I thought I shouldn't have been. Makes total sense now. Where is this other guy, and can we sneak up on this one, do you reckon? We should be able to. Unless he has a route of some sort that will result in him turning around any second now. Well, seemed like he should have gotten snuck up on. Didn't quite work that way. Righto. Opium. Stop walking. We don't need to be walking right now. There was something else this way as well, right? This guy. I'm not going to be able to sneak up on this guy. He's facing me. Run and fight! Oh yeah, there we go. That was a good start. Beautiful. Okay. Cool. We can't go that way. That's fine. Wait, I want this. Give me this. Oh, thank you. Some bullets. Lovely. I have barely even used my gun. I don't know if I've used it at all, in fact. Okay, this seems like somewhere where I'm gonna have to do like a boss fight type thing. So that's exciting. I love boss fights. A sewer beast. Oh my goodness. Holy crap.
What sort of creature is this?
This looks like a werewolf. Remember how they were talking about the sewer dog or whatever it was? And I thought that was hilarious. Turns out it was pretty serious. Pretty accurate. Ooh. Interesting that they're calling it the sewer beast when we've heard it referred to as the sewer dog. I'm pretty sure it was a sewer dog, right? I don't know, it's been a whole week. I have a terrible memory. I believe they spoke about there being the urban legend of the sewer dog, which is what they blamed for all the weird things happening. But now it is called the sewer beast. It's very clearly some sort of werewolf type thing. That one. Oh, that's not fair. There you go, that was a better heal. We're doing alright here. Shockingly. Oops. Uh-oh, get out. Heal some more. I feel like I was doing better when I was just talking. Now that I've stopped talking and I'm trying to focus on the fight, I'm doing much worse. Guess we've learnt my problem. I just need to not focus on the game. Problem solved. Okay, we did it. But no,
Here's
I think
what's
my...
left. Not a lot to
my-
check, but I should anyway.
I think my main problem with fights in games is that I just need to get better at games. Maybe that'd help. So this is a Nurse Crane's voucher. If you are sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothea to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius Petrescu's house and present this coupon. And then it repeats it in a different language.
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
I don't know what language. French would have been my guess. But I really don't know. Would have just been a guess. Okay. Nope, we've been here. What's this way? This is not the way we came in, so let's go up here. See if we can't find anything else to loot. Ooh, a citizen to save. Careful, the endangered citizen may not survive the next night. Go check on him. Okay, where is he? Oh, this is the guy that was shouting at me earlier. Oh, I have not regained enough health for this. Oh my, this was a terrible idea. Whoops. My bad. My bad. Let's try that again, shall we? bunch of bad guys down there now, apparently, for whatever reason. I guess instead of the main enemy, they just respawned a bunch of other ones. Okay, so there's that gentleman down there that we want to save. We do have full health again now, so it shouldn't be as bad. Fingers crossed this one goes a little bit better. Can
I don't want to die here. I want to
sneak up on you guys? Oh yeah! Give me some of that love. Oh, I still could have bitten the other guy. Oops. Missed opportunity there. Ooh, okay. Ah! Not what I wanted to do. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? It's getting bad. It's getting real bad. Turns out having full health didn't help. Oh. Oof. The speed at which the character dodges is not great. Right. You can stop walking now. Ah, hello, sir. You have been saved.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. Okay, I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
All right, Mr. Thatcher, you're safe now. Do you think you can reach the street by yourself?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
You rescued a citizen. He will return to his district the following night. Lovely. Do I get increased district health for that? Surely.
Are you sure
Oops.
you're...
Yeah.
Not what I meant to do. I just want to go through the door. There we go. Much better. Alrighty, then we can head on out of the sewers, I guess. While that's loading, I'm just going to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in just a minute or two. Alrighty, so we now have to get to Whitechapel. Man, where is Whitechapel? That's like a whole new region, right? Oops. Oh my goodness. The controls just do not... They're not what I want them to be. Yes, so we're in the hospital district at the moment. We have to go all the way over to Whitechapel. Cool. Well, let's start heading in that approximate direction, I suppose. Kill some vampires along the way. loot some stuff. All those fun things. Ooh.
Did you hear me?
No, I didn't. Sorry. Not entirely sure what I did.
Stop
What I was supposed to.
It's on to us.
No, I'm not. Nothing's happening. Don't hurt me. Don't fight me. I don't know what happened. Can I? No, I was hoping I could just like zap myself over there. That's a no. It's okay. There's a bridge down here a little bit further. So we will head to that one instead. Problem solved. Ooh. Up the stairs, please. Alright. Whitechapel Street. District status is serious. Oh no. That does not sound good. And whatever that screaming, screeching, whatever that is very ominous. Level 12? My goodness. Maybe I should have slept before I came into here. Maybe got some level ups. I don't know how to know for sure if these guys are gonna fight me. It's red. I don't know if they're normally red. I'm not sure, but this might be a safe house. So maybe we just sleep here instead. Maybe it's a safe house? I don't know. Does not appear to be a safe house. It's just a house. Can I get through here? No? Okay. Just a house where I could steal a very small amount of money. Great. Just what I was hoping for. Solved all of my needs. Oh, hello.
No civilians allowed, sir. Hey, I'm talking to you.
Okay. No worries. I'm moving slightly. You guys don't seem to say what level you are. The last guy had a level, I thought. Let's just fight him.
It's elite.
See what happens. That guy's big.
Fight for this!
We can deal with this, vermin.
Can you? I don't know that you can. Oops. I'm out of stamina. Oh god. Oh god. It was all going so well. Until suddenly it wasn't. Oh my. We got stabbed real bad. Uh-oh. Oh man. Okay. So yeah, let's go sleep first. Let's do that. Where does this put me? Oh yeah, this is just my house, my room. Cool. Okay. Let's get some rest and get some upgrades. I feel like it would be great. How much do I have? 1800. If I could upgrade my claws. I need 2000. Oh, I'm so close. Okay, what else have we got? We can get the blood spear. Or the shadow mist. Coagulation. You will block your target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. Blood barrier. Create an invisible barrier absorbing direct damage until a phaser is destroyed. Toggle, drain your stamina, fade into the shadows. No, I don't want to run out of stamina. That's real bad. Those all require level 10. Probably not really going to use either of those things, I'll be honest. Let's increase our blood capacity a little bit. And then increase our bite damage again. Hopefully that will help us out a little bit. Increased health. Lovely. Can we increase our health again? No, that's 600 now. I could increase my blood capacity again. Sure, why not? Whoops. No. Confirm is what I would like to do. Thank you very much. Okay. So if I come out here, then I should just be able to fall down, I guess. I was thinking I would be able to do the bat travel thing. Warp, whatever you want to call it. Official health warning to the citizens of London. Curfew. Official health warning. Curfew will be sounded at 9 PM by the church bells. All citizens must keep off the streets from that time until 5 AM. Until further notice, a citywide curfew has been implemented. It is imperative that you wear your mask to prevent the spread of infection. If any member of your household becomes ill, inform the authorities immediately. Due to the curfew, not opened after 9 PM. Well, it's open for me because I say it is. So, oh man, this is bad. The other way we were fighting the people who are here to kill vampires, and this way we're fighting the vampires. So, either way, not ideal. Especially because this guy is pretty tough. I'm assuming that 18 is red because he is a much higher level than I am. We're doing okay. So... I think the level might just be red for everyone. I still don't think I'm level 18 though. God damn it. Nearly did it without getting hit once. Wet boot boys note. Concerning the recruitment of new boys in Whitechapel, I think I've found one. Albie. He's as stupid as a stool, but tough. I asked him to prove to me he could get some drugs from the black market and deliver quickly and nicely. Next time we meet, I'll tell him he's accepted as a wet boot boy, and he must now meet the bosses to get his orders. Interesting. Albert Palmer. We have a new hint and a new investigation. Interesting. Dead inside. Sounds like me. Okay, a lot of guys there. Can we find a way to go that does not attract attention? Not really, unless I manage to sneak up this way where I was headed before. That guy's there. Where's the other one? Oh, he's currently at that door. So actually now is not a terrible time. If we come through here. Oop, and we go up there. Excellent. We're doing good. Watch out for that guy.
Turn around if I were you.
You can't see me. What are you talking about? No one's here. Stop talking to yourself. That man's talking to himself. Okay. We made it through there without any fighting. That's good. Although fighting's not terrible because then you get more experience, which is always great.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye? But the guard
Influenza frequently complicated with pneumonia. To prevent any cases of Spanish flu, stay home. Okay, so there's some people down there. That guy is almost definitely gonna see me, right? He doesn't seem to turn, unless he's already turned. Sometimes in games it's so hard to tell if someone is facing towards you or away from you. Oh my goodness. He turned at the exact right moment. I still think I'm gonna fight these guys. Oh yeah, we're definitely fighting these guys. Ooh, Roger the Wall. That's not at all concerning. Ow. I need blood. Congratulations, you're the chosen one. Ow! Am I on fire now? Need blood so I can heal. Real quick. Oops. We can do some more fighting. Try to get rid of these two weaker guys. Oh, there's another new one. Excellent. I'm gonna try to drink this one's blood. Nice, nice. We're in a pretty good spot right now. So now I'm gonna claw this guy. Wow, he really is a wall. Can I stun him? Is that gonna work better? Oh man. This is one of those times where I might need my gun. I don't even know if I can just pull my gun out in the middle of a fight. I don't know how it works. Haven't fiddled too much around with the equipping guns and stuff. Okay. Claws. Perfect opportunity for some claws there. I think we're better off just... Ugh. I don't know which one I pressed just then. I hit somewhere between the 1 and the 2. Not ideal. Yeah, just chipping away at him. Ow. That's how we're gonna do it eventually. He's gonna die. Oops. Oops. Or I'm gonna die. One of the two. Ow. If he could die sooner, that'd be great. Oof. No, no, don't kill me. I'm so close. Oh god. He is so close to being dead. Oh man. If I died there, I was gonna be so pissed. My health regenerates out of combat, right? So let's just chill out for a second. Wait for that to regenerate a little bit. Man, that guy was tough. Do I have any new equipment? Yeah, none of these are good. I could try the scythe out for a double-handed, but then I wouldn't have my stake, which is what I use to stun them. And I do like being able to stun them.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, well, that's not at all helpful. Okay, we can come up here. That's fine then. Wait, can we though?
I cannot enter.
Oh my goodness. Did I just do that whole fight for no reason? Are you serious? Are you for cereal right now?
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye. But the guards recruiting more and more every day.
On the plus side, I guess it was some good experience. Oh, look, this might be the way to go anyway. Yeah, this is where we want to go. That's fine, we still had to go through those people. In fact, we had to go more so through these people.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Okay, he's still quite far. So there might have been a chance that I could have gotten through to the locked gate without fighting anyone. There was no way I was getting through to that gate that I actually had to go through. Oh my. Too bad I'm walking down here.
As long as you have the money.
While these people are getting shot. My bad. Sorry, I couldn't help.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Investigate his actions. Is this the exact same thing we just read? Pretty much. Is it becoming daytime? Do I need to find a hideout? I didn't know that night eventually just disappeared. Did not know that was a thing. But it just stayed nighttime until you made it the next night. Maybe it does, and it's just a slightly light sky in this region. But it's making me real nervous.
No match for the Swanborough cordial.
Especially because I don't know where the hideout is. Like, if I knew where the hideout was, that'd be fine. Because I could get there. But I don't currently know where it is. So we're gonna look for the hideout for a minute here. There should be rats nearby to it, right? When I walked into this district, it said there was a hideout nearby. Would you like to know more? Your army needs you. Join at once today. Ask your nearest recruiting office. I mean, I just got back from the war. Don't think I'm really ready to get right back into that just yet.
It's locked.
And yes, I'm sure the previous time we found a hideout, it told me if there were rats nearby, there would be a hideout. Or rats would be nearby to a hideout. Hideout equals rats. Rats do not equal hideout. Makes sense to me. Don't know if it makes sense to anyone else. But it makes sense to me. And that's what's important to me right now. So here we are. Rats. Aw, rats. Hideout. Hideout. No? It seems like a solid no. Not in this location. Not just yet, anyway. Might be the first indication that it's nearby. I don't know. I feel like if it was gonna get light, it would have gotten light by now. So I think we're okay. I don't know, maybe I'll burn up in the sun in 2 minutes' time. That'll show me. Alright, well, let's start trying to investigate this man, however it is that I do that. Can I get through here? Apparently not. Doesn't even give me the option to try. So this is him. He's not going to do anything if I knock on his door again, I don't imagine. Is he going to come out of his house and I have to follow him? I don't know if it's his house.
I cannot enter.
Come out of the building? Is he? It seems like he might be... Oh no, this is just an area thing. Thought it seemed like he might have been in that backyard. But no. Not exactly the case. What else can we do nearby? What else is there? Okay, those seem like bad guys. Dazzled scowl. That's more vampires. Gotcha. Darius, how do I investigate you? Can I jump onto that balcony? Seems like a no. Unfortunately. And you are unknown. What about you? Also unknown. Intriguing. This side gate is weird. Can I watch him through the window? That's not creepy at all. Not at all. Not even a little bit creepy. Don't know what you're talking about. Let's try the door again. Just to see
There's nobody
what
here.
happens. Oh, he's not even here anymore. Okay. Should I miss the opportunity to follow him? Is this just screwed now? Did I break the game? Try looking through the window with my... Ooh, yeah, there we go. There's something. Aha! There we go. Like, I don't know how to do anything about this. Just had to stare at him a little longer.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Poor lady's the only one I can eavesdrop on by the sounds of
I
things.
must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Something's pointing this way, so I'm going this way.
Joe, please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game.
Hello,
Welcome, sir.
gentlemen.
Please take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Tell me about your life in London.
How is business around here?
Business?
Good, sir.
I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
As a merchant,
Rude,
you
Joe.
see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
What you mean
Did he just
besides the
unlock a hit
epidemic,
for
the
himself?
war, and all the usual crap?
That's
As
handy.
long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen?
Vampirism. One
Why
of
did you
those
go
things.
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets
Did a bunch
or
of little
tools.
side questy things.
Too bad I was mugged though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I assume that's gonna show up as a
Have you
new
been hurt?
investigation.
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Cool. Okay. Personal questions. Oh, I thought it said it unlocked a hint. Oh well.
Have you heard of a nurse called
Dorothy
Crane?
Crane.
Nurse Crane. So the bitch really is a nurse then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Sure,
Yes.
blame the migrants.
Those bloody immigrants should know their place, eh? How dare they do a better job than the lazy natives of this land?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a
excuse me.
real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that.
Craniu.
Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
How dare she? Oh my goodness, what a horrible person. Giving free
Goodbye for now, Mr.
medical
Lewis.
supplies to people. Just the worst.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Well, too bad. You got it.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
How about no?
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
You survive at any cost, even at the
It's
expense
tough
of
out there.
others. Perhaps
You
that's
know?
just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have
Especially
to
in
do
these
for my own
times.
reasons. And that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Aww.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Okay, what have we got? No personal questions.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane?
Find out what he knows about
She's a
Dorothy.
colleague of mine and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane. Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Oh dear. Alright,
Goodbye,
that's all.
Mr. Peterson.
Thanks for the chat. Can I come back to this man now?
Fancy buying?
You never...
Now that I've talked to the other guy. Joe was a friend.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. And these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
It's never easy to find a new path in life.
It would be tough.
Especially after the loss of a loved one. But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
Most. Maybe. Be close. 50-50-ish, you know?
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody will be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
Okay. Cool.
Goodbye for now,
Thanks for
Mr.
that.
Lewis.
Let's go find the person we're actually supposed to be talking to. I'm looking for Clayton. Clayton Darby. This man in front of a church shouting at nobody seems very suspicious.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy
that
to
the other
teach
person I was
mortals
looking
about
for?
the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a
I
few
feel like it was
questions.
telling me the wrong
A
person.
scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Maybe.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are
I am also
entangled in a
curious.
world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not...
I say as someone who just became a vampire.
What do you mean?
All science.
Quite a
you.
What if I do this one?
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a
Guys,
doctor, you
we're
must be
hearing the
aware of
truth.
a decimating epidemic.
Are you ready?
But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning.
I don't know if you can handle the truth.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really?
Tell
And
me
what would be
more.
your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes.
I mean, scalpels might work.
What
They're
is
pretty
left
sharp.
then?
Cleansing fire.
Stabby, stabby.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Just gonna
Fire
burn
is
the
just
city to the
instinctive
ground.
answer of a caveman facing something he does not understand.
Lovely.
This is the 20th century.
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're
Did he
mad
just admit?
dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, If you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
So did he just admit that his ideas are completely irrational? He has to convince rational people. Does that mean the only people that understand his ways are the irrational
What do you mean
ones?
when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
Oh wait, I've already done this. No, go away. Personal questions.
Have you any
Ooh.
friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows.
And how long's it been since you
night.
spoke to him?
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
But we don't send people to graveyards when you think there's vampires about.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses.
Even just
but I
the
especially
plague.
abhor that Nurse Crane you
A
mentioned.
dangerous place to be.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before
What's so
coming to
special
London,
about her, you know?
she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
I'm playing so many sexist games at the moment. Between this guy and Sherlock Holmes. Oof.
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
I see.
I have heard
Of
enough for
course.
tonight. Goodbye.
Okay, I'm still looking for Clayton in this area. Where is Clayton? If anybody hears a gunshot, we may have found Clayton. If you get that reference, you're doing good. You can stay if you got that reference. This is the place for you. For anybody overly confused, that's Tarzan. Okay, bad guys. And we are outside of range for Clayton, so let's come back here. Where is this Clayton? Who's that? You. Who are you? Are you
Don't be shy,
lady?
handsome.
Yes.
What can Christina do for you?
Ooh.
I'm not looking for what you're
Christina.
saying, but I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may.
What
I'm a
can
doctor,
you do for me?
Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Oh, thanks, Christina.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Of course you don't.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put
It's a
your
tough
own life
choice.
in danger. That's your decision. But what about your clients?
I mean,
If you're contaminated, you will put
that's
them
still
in
on
danger
them.
too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Okay. Personal questions. Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
Well, that's why I'm here, so let's have a
I am,
conversation.
however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't
We
always
don't judge
have
around
control
here.
over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Well, now I'm concerned.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
And the guy that's upset he doesn't get to sell the drugs. Can I
Do
give
you
you
need
a
any
medical
assistance, Miss Popper?
checkup?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
Free. I don't have a treatment for fatigue. Oops.
I will see you later. Goodbye.
If I
Take care of yourself.
at
as
some
best
point
you
have a treatment for fatigue and remember to come back and talk to you, I will absolutely give it to you. Where is Clayton? Clayton, my man. Or woman. I'm assuming they're male. But I don't know where they are. Who's the one shouting? That's these two having a fight.
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
Please, Joe. How long have we known?
This is out of range. Talk to both of you. Who are you? Ah, hello. You
Excuse
look like
me,
a
sir. Are
Clayton.
you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
He sounds familiar.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
Instead, they'll be demoralized by news of the war? I feel like it wouldn't make a difference. It's a disgrace.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do
There's
the
much
same.
more
during the
talking
war.
in this game than I
Whitechapel is the
expected.
crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I must
Sure.
confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets then.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever
Still do.
change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
I'm sorry to tell you, mate. Look, things definitely changed. It's definitely better. At least for women. In most first world countries. But there's definitely still discrimination. It's still there.
I heard you're
All these years
investigating
later.
an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious, never goes out, doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Hey, I'm at the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Cheeky.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
Alright, thanks, Mr.
Farewell.
Darby. Very helpful. The other guy is behind the church. Oh, and find the mail in the letterbox. I think that's this one. That's this way. Flower bouquet. A small bouquet with a voucher for a free medical checkup hidden between the flowers. Here's our mailbox. Darius Petrescu's letter. My dearest, most beloved children. I'm so sorry that you have not heard from me for a few months. The situation in London has been difficult. I know it may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are still living in a country consumed by war. There's also a war going on here in England. A war against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight despite my advanced years. This is why I am writing to you today. I won't be coming back to Romania. That probably means I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad, my darlings, you are grown up now, and you have children of your own. You know the sacrifice we sometimes must accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now, to feel useful one more time. I wish you a long and happy life. Kiss my grandchildren for me, and remember that your father loves you all the way from this cold, damp country. I am, as ever, your loving father, Darius.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
That's sad. Poor fella. Are you dropping off
Good
these
evening,
flowers?
miss. I'm Dr. Reed.
I don't know whether I actually want to talk to anyone else
I know
right
what
now.
you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night.
Too
It
many
reeks of
conversations.
the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. Very well. Goodbye then.
Oops. Okay, we can't go
It's locked.
this way. That is unfortunate. Seriously, I have to go all the way back around? Can't go over this fence by any chance? No? That would have been nice. Alright. We can get into the courtyard here, but that just gets cut off by the stairs. Okay, good to know. I guess we go all the way around to the other side then. Hopefully we can get somewhere from there. Okay, we've got something here that we need to heal. Oh, multiple things. Oh my goodness, there's 3. Gimme. I don't actually think I'm going to use my blood skills in this fight if I can avoid it. But at least I'm all topped up now for the next fight. That's fine, that's fine. This guy's nearly dead. And we've only got 1 to worry about. Shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully. Shouldn't be. Emphasis on those words. Okay. We are all good here. Everything is fine. Don't know what you're worried about. It certainly has nothing to do with my previous fantastic displays of fighting skills, I'm sure. Quarantine influenza. Keep out of this area by order of Board of Health Officer. Yes, the Board of Health Officer. Very official. Frequently complicated with pneumonia. To avoid Spanish flu, stay home. Got it. We've read that one before. Alright, Richard is somewhere in this area. I feel like probably back there. In the graveyard. My, what is this? Interesting. Okay. Let's head through here then, I suppose. We've got some more... No. I thought this man was a vampire for sure.
Good evening,
like
sir.
Skulking
I'm
about
Dr.
there
Reed.
for a second.
I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir.
Righto, mate.
Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask what you're doing?
Tell
at
me
this
about
hour of
London.
night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor,
Righto.
all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
It's a good point. I mean, it's not entirely accurate because people who are wealthier have better options to stay away from the flu, and then they have better options to be treated for the flu. But I get what you're saying.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
I don't
You remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Mate, if you want the silence, move out of the city. Don't just hope that people die. Ah, everyone's dead. Problem solved.
Peaceful? That's quite an unusual way to speak about the epidemic. And very inappropriate, I must say.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware
I mean, you
that
can
your
call
life
yourself
could be in
whatever you
danger
want.
in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
Okay.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Would I? I mean, I'd be here if something fell upon you right this second. But in a bit, I'm gonna leave this whole area.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
And then
the
I
place
won't
is
be
not
around.
beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
That makes so much more sense now. I thought she was just being rude or scared.
Perhaps you're just
But she just
afraid to
can't
find out the
speak.
truth about your muse.
I'm a
One
horrible
day, perhaps,
person.
I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
Man, better not rescue this lady from a poor life of suffering. She won't be as interesting.
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Sure, I can think that if that's what you want me to
In
think.
what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you?
Poignant.
That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret
A
society?
secret
No, I didn't.
society.
But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish
Is
to
the
know?
secret
That
society
girl
he's
has not
talking
an
about this
ounce of
medical
malice in
thing
her.
they've got going on?
Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the
That
benefit
doesn't
of
seem
most,
like a
if
secret
not all.
society to me.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Well, you had a lot to say about that
May
topic.
I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
Okay.
What can you
Tell
tell
me
me
about
about an old
Darius.
man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I see. Very helpful.
I'll leave you alone,
Thank
sir.
you, good sir.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Okay. Let's head back to the house, but then I'm gonna go and take a quick break first before we try to actually do anything with Darius, because that's probably gonna start a whole new trigger a bunch of quest things and whatnot.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
So, gonna stop right at this little intersection right here. Lovely. Perfect. And I will be back in just a couple minutes. See you soon. Alrighty, let's try talking to Darius again. Hopefully it goes a little bit better this time.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Ooh, I can't do that.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
Shall we?
Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see, Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
You might regret it. But also, thanks. You're gonna regret it just because of the stuff I steal from your house on my way through. Pills. Money. I like that he's just standing there watching me take these things. Not at all concerned. Antique figure of the Ricolacas.
It's locked.
Righto. That's why he doesn't care. I'm taking all these little things. All the good stuff's locked up in the safe. Understood. Alright, what have we got out here? Oh, so now I can just get through this door. Oh, that one did say that it could only be opened from the other side, or it couldn't be opened from this side. Hopefully now that I have opened it, it is able to be opened from either side. Since it says it's been unlocked, I would hope so. Alright, Dorothea. Got quite the little setup here. It's not even little, like this is almost as many beds as the hospital has. Oh, someone's thirsty. There's a vampire around here. A letter to Nurse Crane. Dearest Dorothea, when you read this letter, I will be on the boat that will take Anton and me back to Brasov. England was not for us, and I confess I cannot wait to see again the proud hills of Transylvania. As soon as we are there, I promise I'll light a candle in the Black Church and pray for you to survive this terrible epidemic. I know that you do not agree with this decision, and that you are determined to be more useful by helping your comrades exiled in the East End. But Anton cannot wait to return to our beloved country, and see our long-awaited revolution bloom. He is my husband, I will stay by his side. I know we had an argument in our fights. I know you would have wanted me to stand by your side and help you manage this clinic of yours. Now that I'm leaving England, be assured that if anything would happen to you, if you ever were in great trouble or danger, I would come back immediately to London, with or without Anton. Please think of me as much as I think of you. I am your affectionate sister, Theodora. Lovely. What a sweet sister. Okay, upstairs, I guess. Oop. This one too. I'm gonna steal all this medicine that she gives people for free. I'm stealing all this now. Yeah, it's mine. Oh,
what do we have here,
that chest in the
Patient
back.
Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
Good thing I
What can I
arrived
do,
when I
Doctor?
did. How convenient.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
Uh-oh.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you alright, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery.
Focus. Come
Find
on.
the wound. The source of the blood.
You got
Needle and
this.
thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding.
Man, you put those stitches in
How's he
fast.
doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
I don't know.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Yes. Look, if I'd thought about it, it wouldn't have chose that option. I just didn't think about it. I was feeling the pressure, you know. It got to me.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
I like to think you would have died anyway.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside
And
the
what
next?
about you? What did you do
This
for
was
him?
not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental
call it some
breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
Give me this.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked. Fine, I'll just take the coins then.
To what do I owe this courtesy?
First I gotta see if you have any other
I
loot.
suspect it was more than intuition
Not
alone
allowed.
that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmail.
I'm just here about the blackmail. If you want to help people
Doctor,
in your
you
off
think
time,
your
go
warnings
for it.
scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end
Tough
justifies
times.
the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, Blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
I look away, but you resign. I'm ending this now. You will forget all about this. Sure.
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
Nice. Ooh. New citizens available to kill. Oh, how exciting. Love being able to kill new people. What the hell is happening?
It's one of them.
What are you idiots doing here? Ow. Ow. Don't set me on fire. I don't like fire. It hurts.
It's one of them vermin.
Ow. You jerk. I need to heal. Where the fuck is he? There he is. Got him. Come here. Oh man, I'm out of stamina. Alright, now we're good. That'll do. Whew. That was rude. What were you guys even doing here? How did they get in? Maybe because I unlocked all the gates. I might have done it. It's all my fault. Oh no. Alright, now we gotta get out of here.
This elixir will give you faith again.
I see. How exciting. Oops.
Boy. I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering.
Is there an easier way out of here, I wonder?
Not me.
Because I believe going back the other way, we're gonna have to go through a whole bunch of people. And I don't want to have to do that, you know? This looks locked. I think this was locked before.
I cannot enter.
Okay, that's okay. Which way am I supposed to be going? To the right. Oh no, it's on the other side of the door and then you go to the right. That's unfortunate. Alright, seems like we're gonna have to go through the scary district. What is that? Oops. F to remove. This whole area down here was not nice. Or this area here, actually. Alright, well, we're gonna go that way anyway.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer.
Don't have much other option here, so... I don't know, is there fast travel of some sort? I don't think there is. Just gotta go on foot.
Joe, please, I don't...
I've just gone very far the wrong way.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game.
Whoops. I'm terrible with directions. This way. This looks much better. Alright, and then we want to go left. Man, we made some terrible decisions. And by we, I mean absolutely, it was just me. It was all me. My bad. Okay. Those guys didn't respawn, which is nice. Actually, those guys aren't down there anymore, so we might be alright. Might be nobody left in these parts. Hello, rats. Is there a hideout over here somewhere by any chance? Up? No? Okay. That's fine. We don't need one. We're heading back to the hospital.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
And ooh, footsteps. That's interesting.
Kill it, boys!
Oh my goodness.
Crush the leech, boys!
This seems real bad. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? No way I survived this. Seriously? Oh, come on. There we go. I need to heal. This is not ideal, I'll be honest. Are you kidding me? Well, that went well. I don't know that I have anywhere else I can go either. I think this is my only option. Okay. What if I go back this way? Oh, I think dying loses all the blood I've got as well. I think I started with more blood last time. That's not good. Okay, oh that scared the hell out of me. Not going great. Not a great time in my life right now. Ow. Rude. And of course the door is locked. Lovely.
It's locked.
Love that. Definitely not ideal. I'll say that. You guys gonna fight me? Yes. Yes, you are. Use that? I didn't think I would have had enough. Interesting. Alright, let's try fighting the two scary guys again. See how that goes. Or should we just keep going this way? The problem is I feel like it's gonna be blocked somewhere along here. There's gonna be a gate I can't open. I'm pretty sure I have to fight these guys. It's gonna force me to. I imagine. So I guess we just try to get it out of the way.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
I just don't know that I'm gonna be able to, you know?
Crush the leech, boy!
Damn. So I want to try to use these guys for blood. But we don't necessarily want to kill them. I definitely don't want to focus on killing them. Because they just seemed to keep coming. I would kill one and then one would respawn, sort of thing. And it always appears to be two of these guys at all times. If we accidentally kill them while drinking their blood, then that's fine. But killing them will not be a main objective of mine. Heal. Oh my goodness, I need to heal again already. Holy crap! Heal. Come on! God damn it. This is going so well. Maybe I should have started with the other brother. I'm assuming they're brothers, given their names. Don't find that guy. The gun guy seems like more of a threat.
Burn it, boys!
Heal. Get out of that. While that's happening, we'll start whacking this guy. Oop. Heal again. Wait, you didn't do it. Heal. Damn. God damn it. Come on, get him. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's real good. Now. Heal. Okay, get out of that. Try to grab some more blood. Whoop. Heal dust. Top up on that. Okay, good. Oops. Swinging at nothing. Lovely.
Let's see how it looks a bit of fire! Look at it!
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out! Oh, it was so close. Oh, man. Alright. One more go. We're gonna go after the guy with the gun first. Because he pisses me off.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
I'll kill you!
Okay. He also may have less health. He seems to go down faster.
Die, vermin!
Seems to be going down faster. Whoop. We're out of stamina. God damn it. Good. Whoop. Dodge sideways. stamina. Okay, we're getting there. Kind of. Oh, I didn't actually need blood. Whoops. Whoops. Let's heal real quick. Just so that I am at like 100%. Start getting this guy. Oh, there's 3 of them now. Okay. So they do actually spawn more than just 2. I was thinking that there would just be 2 at all times. Which also kind of seems true because that guy spawned very quickly after I killed the other 2. But there can also be 3, so watch out for that. I was about to use my claws, but instead I healed. Ow! Oh my goodness. I hate this fight so much. Okay. Alright. We're doing okay. We're not doing great, but we're doing okay. Ow. Shit. We're doing a solid okay job right now. Ah! Oops. Ow. Got a shield up. Actually, I can get him with the claws when he does that still. So make sure I'm using my things. He's gonna die. That's okay. I thought he was gonna die just from the stuns, which had me slightly annoyed. But dying from drinking his blood after I've stunned him is totally fine. That's acceptable. If I die from one of these stupid minion guys now. Okay. I think we did it. Whew. I keep forgetting about the gun. I keep just not using a gun. I don't know if it would help me or not, but it would be something different to try. Alright, we've made it back to the hospital. Thank God for that. Which way is the gate? This is not the way in. I mean, it's a way in. It's just not the way with the tents and stuff, which is where Lady Ashbury is. So it is not where we would like to be. So closed up, drinking someone's blood. Yes. I don't think the transfusions from the doctor are working, by the looks of things.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
Yeah,
So in the
accusation
end,
was
the
true.
accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have
She's all
concluded my
embarrassed now.
inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, your ladyship. The person who took advantage of you has, shall we say, seen the error of her ways.
So who was it?
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost discretion. The culprit's identity is of no relevance.
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you. You have proven your loyalty, so, as a friend, please accept this small token of my appreciation.
Thank you, my lady.
If you have an inclination to learn more about vampires or your current situation, I will be glad to aid you in your quest for knowledge.
Aw, thanks. So generous.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders.
As you well know,
Except the person who blackmailed her.
suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
Oh, good for you. I'm so happy for you.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
Oh, thanks.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then.
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
I see.
What type of vampire is a Scowl?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
5,000 years old.
And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now. And 27 I shall remain.
Just tell me how long you've been 27 for. Man.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Well, obviously it was your maker. I was asking who your maker is. My goodness.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time.
And no one's noticed yet?
I've never seen it like this.
That you're still 27?
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
Yeah, it's you, vampire.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
When I awoke,
changed. I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters.
And then
prepared and well trained.
Again.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious?
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society, and like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
Uh-oh.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker?
Attacked?
No, Jonathan, I have no clue.
It's a bit strong of a word.
But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Okay. About me.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head.
I assume it's your maker?
Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Oh my. Suspicious.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Uh-oh.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
I can already tell you the answer is no.
Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
How do I know that, lady?
A vampire? Is that what I am?
Oh wow, is this the first time that he's
are.
actually heard
Such a
himself
crude
referred to as a
word,
vampire?
defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Interesting.
Are you an Ekon too?
Never
Yes,
heard that
I
one
am.
before.
We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Cool.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find
Somebody's
him, he
not
will
following
answer
their
you,
policies.
considering how cruelly he treated
Policies and procedures. You've made a mistake.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just
I
biting
mean, what does it
someone.
matter? You're a vampire now. Cares if it was accidental or not.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
That's it, they just drink my blood. Usually it's drink my blood and then I kill
for
them.
now, my lady.
I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Another night with the
Oh,
glorious
okay.
battalion of Pembroke.
We can do that. I should have gone back outside and teleported up to my balcony. I feel like that's the fastest way. Okay, where's my analysis-y stuff? I would like to analyze that one specifically. I mean, I'll still analyze the other ones as well. A light stamina serum, light regeneration serum. What have we got here? This one, light blood serum, and the clove essence. Ooh, that gives me new regular treatments. Cool. Somebody needed that.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu?
Oh my.
I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
That would be bad. Chapter 3, Family History. Establish a connection between vampire epidemic and Spanish flu. Interesting. This is Swansea, right? Dr. Swansea, let's have a chat, shall we?
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
Ooh, tell
This
me.
strain of flu. It's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
Analyze.
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently
Use the
deceased.
science.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease
I
spreads
have the
and
blood.
looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London
that
strain
not
is
evidence
different
enough?
from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes.
Sure.
Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot
Smashing.
we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and
We're going to
quickly.
develop a cure
If
for
we don't
vampirism.
act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
Cool. I kind of want to say I'm in London. Sure.
And why not? What did Stoker say about the children of the night?
London shall be mine.
Well, using my blood, I could create a whole army of vampires.
Surely you're joking.
We'll discuss this more later.
Maybe.
Thank you
Maybe
for your
I'm
time.
joking.
No, thank you, Jonathan.
How do you know?
But as I said,
Yeah, what did you
needed
have to tell
talk
me?
to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
Oh yeah, I already
My
know
sister.
about that. That's fine.
She's to be buried
I did that.
this
It's
evening
my
at
bad.
Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Oh, thanks. Too bad I killed my own sister. That was my bad. Attend Mary's funeral. I am gonna go head to sleep, and then I think I'm actually gonna finish up for tonight. I'm quite sleepy. Even though it's not even 6 p.m. We're gonna upgrade our claws since we finally have enough XP to do it. And then upgrade, yeah, let's upgrade our endurance. That will be nice. I keep running out of stamina. That should do me nicely. Let me... Oh wait, there's still stuff happening. Hang on. Let me switch back. There we go. Reports of mysterious disappearances have escalated in the past weeks. It has reached the point where witnesses have to queue before recounting their testimonies to an officer. Although this phenomenon appears to be a nationwide occurrence, the statements of the last 24 hours have converged around a single area in the country, Whitechapel, London. Yes, once more the despised and loathed East End is left to struggle on its own, continuously overlooked by the authorities, even while numerous families from this district report the unexplained disappearances of relatives and neighbours. What has happened to these missing individuals? Where are they? The only link between them seems to be their health and their need for urgent medical attention. Until recently, it was a local secret that the only place to get help was a discreet dispensary managed by unidentified Good Samaritans. The place now seems to be closed, and no one has any news from that facility. Did the missing persons go to a more secret place? Have they been discreetly moved to a more official service? One day soon, the London City Council's Board of Health will have to answer for this new mystery. Was I supposed to do something else before I left the dispensary? Was that my bad? I don't know if that was my bad or not. Anyway, they're in a critical condition. This unknown district is stable. Pembroke Hospital is healthy. The docks is stable. Okay. Not terrible. I mean, Whitechapel is terrible, but you know, that's how it goes. That's how it happens for that place. Alright. Now we're switching over to here. Alright. That's gonna be it for me today. I am quite tired. For whatever reason. It's not even 6. But I am ready for sleep. So yeah, we're gonna call it there today. I'll be back tomorrow, actually. Probably. We'll see how I'm doing, but tomorrow I should be back, and I'm starting on The Witcher 3 tomorrow, so it'll be on Tuesdays and Fridays for now. I'll be playing The Witcher. Wednesday is back with Assassin's Creed. Saturday is back with Sherlock Holmes. Monday, I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to continue with this game. There's a lot of talking and then fighting that I'm not very good at. I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued by the game, and I would like to know what happens, what the story is, who my maker is, all that sort of stuff. But I don't know if we're going to keep streaming it. I don't know what I would be playing instead, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling next Monday. Or, you know, in a few days' time I think about it again and decide for sure what I want to do. I'll probably chuck it up on Twitter. My live post at least will say what it is that I'm playing. Notifications will say what I'm playing, all that sort of stuff. I'll update my schedule as soon as I know. But yeah, that's it from me today. Thanks to anybody who came and hung out at any point. And hopefully I will see some people tomorrow for some Witcher. Alright. Catch you next time.